They do it to wipe their hands off.
That's not, because he goes right back into covering it up.
Then your cat might just be retarded.
He's also fully just started scratching around his food.
We're gonna get started, guys. Before Grim rage quits. Everything.
Life.
Understandable.
I will point out one thing that disappointed me and confused me at first.
What?
So, to adjust your course, there are these things called adjusters.
Okay.
And they're the things that let me move around.
Mm-hmm.
Neat, right?
Yes.
Well, I was looking through all the different things I can build with, and I saw retro rockets. So I'm like, oh, those must be the space version of adjusters. So I'm gonna throw some retro rockets on every side of the ship. No, they're fucking space brakes.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which way you face them, all they do is stop you.
Lovely. Teddy bound Kaida all under Teddy again. Barry. Chopper, I'm sure will be ready.
I already put... You said counting above. Can you not count the infinity sign?
I missed Uthix's.
No, you cannot count to infinity.
Why not?
Dave.
Okay, but here's a serious question. Is there a larger infinity of irrational numbers than there is of rational numbers?
All infinities are equivalent.
Inaccurate. There is
Also-
a larger infinity of
people, anyway.
Actual real numbers has a smaller infinity. There's more infinity between 1 and 2 than there is between 1 and infinity, if you're using rational versus irrational numbers.
Interesting.
Fun fact, the human flesh sizzles at 1,000 degrees.
I think all flesh sizzles is at 100 degrees. Or 1,000 degrees.
Yeah, that hurts.
You just burn yourself again.
I think he did.
Yeah, man.
You
Yeah,
okay?
This time I'm fine. This time it was not on purpose.
You know, Fishy, you could have used an easier to read color.
For what?
You'll know.
Oh no.
I already know what it is. God damn it, I fucking knew it!
Well, what does it say?
Fucking Vaporeon coffee pasta again.
It's one of my favorites, man. It's just so fucking gross.
Why are they not, like, counting Ditto?
It's specifically talking about fucking a type of, like, a Pokemon in its normal form.
Okay, why are they not counting Ditto?
Because it's basically just a fleshlight, which...
So why are they not counting Ditto?
Should I mention at some point, you guys, we are alive?
And?
I figured I'd just mention it. Okay.
And?
Cameron.
We saved the gift.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
We saved the gift. We visited a Spelljammer. And we found the dragon's hoard. We are now debating on whether or not we're going to save him or bounce. And I am now debating whether or not I still want to be here.
If I'm here, you're here.
All valid
That's
questions.
fair.
So you got to get rid of Grim first.
You guys might do that before me.
All valid questions is now I shall drink 5 gallons of Gatorade.
You guys had taken a week to catalog what was in the dragon's hoard.
And learn how to ask where the blacksmith is.
Yes. So honestly, I'm gonna kill somebody. What do you guys want to do next?
Well, there was talk about heading down the river to see if we can find any dwarves in the Underdark. Which may not be the worst option.
I'd be interested in doing that.
Yes, we have to get them some sort of trade established so they don't starve to death out here. Or just let them starve to death out here, whichever we decide.
We take one of them with us as well. Try and
Ah,
set up
yes.
a trade route.
I would
Hostages.
say we are bringing
That
someone
kind
to
of that kind of rings in the category of duh.
Well, the only issue I can see with that is we need to take one of the telepathic ones, otherwise they can't communicate.
and particularly I would prefer one of my teachers. That way I could still be learning the language as we go.
It's not all about you.
I said preferably.
Either
Okay.
way, the more pertinent thing is they need to be able to communicate with the people we're trying to set up a trade route with, otherwise it's kind of a moot point. Did everybody die?
So the leader will volunteer to go with you, as long as this is to establish establish diplomacy.
Well, that is the intent. We don't necessarily know if there is anybody there, but if we find them, it'd be good to immediately begin speaking with them. Luckily, we have a dwarf with us, although he might be somewhat outcast from the group considering he's traveling alone. But I don't know. I don't know much about dwarven society. Who thinks, do they like outsiders?
They trade with outsiders. It's
Oh, good enough.
yeah. Well, they're not really big on currency. They're more of if you've got goods, we've got goods.
Well, we should also try and figure out what exactly they would be able to offer the dwarves before we go anywhere. They do have incredible stonework, but I don't know if a dwarf's pride would let them admit that.
Didn't we agree on mercenaries? Or
Did we?
guards?
I honestly don't recall.
They were good at resolving conflicts.
Oh, yes. I forgot. They're actually good at talking people down from fights. Which would be useful in dwarven bars. Given that Uthik seems to try and fist fight everything, and well, he's my primary contact with dwarves in this world.
Try. I seem to recall him succeeding.
Okay, well, either way, that honestly kind of proves my point.
I hadn't even thought of that. What the fuck do they have that they could trade? They don't grow anything.
Well,
They don't do anything. They just kind of exist. They're sponges. Maybe we should just let them die off.
Well, I imagine they have some kind of trade. They do seem to have incredible stonework, given that almost every building here is melded from a single piece. That is a
Yeah, but-
marketable skill.
But what? How can you trade buildings?
They couldn't necessarily trade the buildings, but they could trade the labor of the building.
Fair.
Do their clothes look like shit? I mean, sorry. Do they look like normal person clothes or do they look like tatters?
They look like normal person clothes.
Cool.
Guys, I nailed re-entry.
I saw that.
I mean, we have a baseline. We can only really go there, I guess. Because we don't even know if there's dwarves.
That is also true.
So,
I mean, we'd have to see if the dwarves need anything anyway.
yep.
Also true. Well,
Let's go.
worth noting, does anybody here know how to pilot the Spelljammer?
Here's something for shits and giggles, and maybe it'd save us time. I'm gonna just throw out that I have this spell prepared.
Well, if you'd like to ask your god.
Ah, yes. Hey,
Well,
God, are there dwarves in the Underdark?
No, there are ways you could phrase it, but
Where are the dwarves in the Underdark? Underground.
Where are the
kind of depends on how much of an
Dark
asshole your
Under?
god is.
It's how do you become a god without being an asshole?
I would assume something more
Moradin.
like where are the where would dwarves be in connected to this river? Or
Gonna ask, are there dwarves connected to this river while Uthix is taking a swim or something? Yes.
Oh no.
No,
Yeah, can we
The
find
hell?
dwarves near this river? Yes, there's one right near you.
It's a good
Oh,
idea,
no.
Orthos. We're just being assholes.
no. Here's something. He is right. However, this is a Gith port. Are there any dwarven ports directly connected to this underground river and/or lake?
Yeah.
Honestly, we don't know which one it is yet.
generally, we probably want to establish connection as well as existence, preferably.
Right.
So your question was, were there any dwarven ports connected to this waterway?
Yeah.
Watch this somehow lead out to the ocean.
There are
Right.
no dwarven ports.
I heard the influx of his voice, which made it sound like there are no dwarven ports.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean there are no ports.
We could still sail around.
And no
and see
shit,
what
there's one right here!
Well, either way, there might be other ports that we can find, and If not, we might be able to find suitable land for them to farm on or something for them to hunt.
Sounds like a goose chase. But sometimes geese need to be chased.
Yeah, I mean, we might be able to find some drow.
You think we'll fight a turtle
Race
in
to
this lake?
slave, race to slavers.
Well,
Great idea.
regardless, we'll find something to write about. It's better than sitting around doing nothing.
Agreed. But again, the other pertinent question: does anybody know how to pilot the Spelljammer?
I do.
I don't know if I trust that.
They probably have some
But-
ancient texts here that describe the maintenance and
I know how to
piloting.
pilot it.
I've heard Kaida is very good with ships.
Yeah, not so much.
Barry seems fairly confident that he can pilot this thing, so I might let him try.
I can.
Can you pilot it well?
Fine, well. Can I keep us from dying? Yeah.
Good enough.
Oh no.
So, any other suggestions? Because I'm okay with just letting him try it.
I trust Barry.
Yes. They
But he's
potentially have a written documentation of how to pilot the boat. Yes, maybe in their own language.
Why do we need one if I already know how to?
What? You can try. Do we have a helm of
Oh,
teleportation?
whoa. No
Oh,
try. Or whatever the fuck it is that Yoda says. I always get it wrong.
I
Chopper.
do
What you
not. There
mean?
is no try.
There is no
Okay,
try.
but
Only
You
murdering
can
children.
crash it into the first rock you see.
So anyway, what skill are we looking at for that? My thought is that it's probably going to be
Some form of vehicles, but that's the thing. It's meant to fly in space, but it can also sail. So it could be water vehicles. I don't think air vehicles are the thing in D&D.
Question.
Yeah. Well, see, as a bard and having studied a broad range of things and just a broad range of knowledge about who fucking knows why I know some of what I know. I know how to pilot one of these, or at least you guys think I know how to.
He studied abroad.
I did study abroad. That's part of what got me kicked out.
I was going to mention that. It's like, that's what got him in trouble. What were you saying, though, Fishy?
Does it even have sail?
Okay, did you study abroad or did you study abroad?
Yeah.
That's what we said.
Yeah.
I think
he
he actually
studied abroad.
posted a picture of it, Fishy, so I'll check.
I didn't see sails on the picture.
Well, you still sail it as a ship, but I don't know if it gets sailed.
Here's the thing. It doesn't have a magical thing in it for propulsion. Do we know if this can even move?
Oh,
They
it's a move.
said it was seaworthy.
Yeah,
That means it can hold
It's definitely
water.
floating over there.
That's
It'll be
what
fine.
seaworthy means. It
Trust
means it
me.
won't sink.
I mean, technically, you got to be a spellcaster to pilot it, so that does include the bard.
All right, he's the best man for the job. He is the greatest pilot in the world.
I'm not sure that I'm not sure that it's going to go well, but he's definitely persuaded me to let him try because I want to know what's going to happen. Carry
Barry
on, Barry.
Barry has never lied to me once in the entire time that I have known him.
That's what she said.
Hey, so we have a pilot. Fucking God. Everybody in quiet contemplation and prayer.
Nah.
Some of us about to find Jesus.
So I imagine that we head over toward the Spelljammer unless we're actually there. In which case I begin to look over the controls and
We're all going to get ourselves killed, aren't we?
well, eventually, yes. But not today.
All right. So obviously, spelljammers don't function the full way they normally would. Because normally with a spell jammer, you just have to spell spells to get them to work. Mine also
I have to
realize-
jam it full of spells.
That's part of it, but this one requires an external. In order for it to fly, this
Mhm.
one also requires some sort of external power. But for moving it, roll me an intelligence check.
Save versus death.
Okay, I'm going to use inspiration. And does anybody have anything that they can throw with me?
Guidance.
I could throw you.
That would work.
I will assist you as much as I can, but
Oh no, I got it. I can throw him. Don't worry.
All right.
all
so
right. Well,
we have assistance.
Now, that's an intelligence check, correct?
It's an intelligence check. Yes.
Okay. Here, let me turn off the alarm.
Guidance.
All right, and then, like I
assistance,
said, I
and
got inspiration on this.
inspiration.
Oh, good
Oh.
lord.
well, you're at a 13, so roll that d4. $17.
I think for seaworthiness, I don't think that's too bad.
All right, Barry. You are able to figure out that it does require, in order to get it to move at all in this situation, you will have to spend some spells.
I have everything available.
So the question is, what level spell do you want to spend?
Let's start with BD and go with 5th level.
5th level?
Mhm.
Okay.
And that's just like the energy from a spell, right?
Technically speaking, the energy from spells in D&D is measured in slots, but yes, basically.
Okay. So I'm just gonna click one, right?
No, you
Yeah,
don't have
you
to
can
do it,
just-
just remove the slot.
Yeah, just
Okay.
take your counter down by one spell slot
Okay.
and let Grim know what you used so that he knows whether it's enough to power it.
He said 5th level, correct?
One 5th level spell.
Okay. When you spend the 5th level spell slot, you hear a dull hum as the ship seems to come alive.
Can I expend another one immediately?
Well,
I don't
let's
wanna
see if
do
that
a
works
fifth.
first.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know if it was like shoveling coal into a machine. Okay. Well, I mean, of course I know this. I know, yeah, well, we'll just do the one just for now, and
And
we'll see
then,
where we go. We'll see how it works from there. I know what I'm doing.
for navigating this out of port, I want a... Well, none of you have vehicle skills. I know
No.
without looking. So, is there any skills that you view are applicable to piloting?
Bitch.
Wisdom.
Oh! Chopper does. He has land vehicles.
Oh, yes.
It doesn't help us here,
Doesn't
but bitch,
But I have it.
one of us has a vehicle skill.
one of the party members has a vehicle skill.
You have a vehicle skill in the campaign, or you've been spending the entire time in the fucking ocean.
Yes.
Right.
Listen, I drove a tank in the army. Don't ask where I got the tank.
I'd like to think that
I
it's
assume
a
it- I-
literal, like,
No,
RPG
you didn't
tank.
drive. You didn't drive a tank. You drove a tankard. There's a difference, okay?
I'm imagining just a very heavily armored paladin that he's just riding the shoulders of.
Yeah, it's a tank.
That's how I reached the elves' chins.
You accept wisdom? I'm figuring.
No, I was actually going to have you
Yes.
roll dexterity.
Oh, sure.
For
I
the
like that
controls.
even better, to be honest.
Can we all appreciate, though, that land vehicles roll was using intelligence?
Yes.
And I rolled a 23.
That's impressive for Uthix.
Oh, hey, someone made a tower.
All right. So
Fishy, does that answer your question?
what was his
One second,
question?
what?
He wanted to get on this game just to make a giant cock pointed towards the sky.
It turns out it's doable.
I'll say, just looking at the size of that structure, I'd say, yeah, you could do it.
All right, we know what we're going to do in that game.
All right. So
All right.
with the 15, you are able to back it out of port and get it moving down the river, John.
I look around to see who's watching me.
Utix is over there like, watch for potholes.
I'm continuing to just try and assist him. I have no idea what I'm doing, but he surprisingly seems to know something.
Oh,
I
fuck.
got this under control.
I just heard watch out for potholes, and I just imagine John jumping into a hole thinking there's pot in it.
Good.
Oh no.
All right. Chugga, chugga, chugga.
How far do you guys plan to travel under here? How many hours? I mean, the speed.
That I don't know. I'm surprised. I mean, I did my part.
Could we roll to figure out, like... Or, no. We following the coastline, or are we just going straight at it, like balls to the walls?
Balls to the wall.
Alright.
You know, like
I say we go until we see some sort of signs of life.
Or a waterfall.
We combine our
It's over the waterfall.
Or waterfall.
we combine our rangers tracking skills with our dwarves' knowledge of stone. And we see if we
Might
can't
I
find
inform you, though I did track a group of... I've tracked things through hell before, but I don't know if I can track things through the Underdark.
You just gotta look for signs of life.
Well, I'll do my best.
Utix will assist.
Utix will assist.
He doesn't have a very high wisdom, but he does have a knowledge of this type of region.
Well, that's
You
the
got
thing.
guidance.
I could use guidance.
So we'll put it this way. It'll be yeah. You'll be looking for signs of life, and then you'll be like, Utix, are those actual signs of life, or am I just seeing things? And Utix will be like, oh, yeah, I didn't even notice those. Those are this.
Well, it could be nature, survival, or just flat out investigation, and I'm not sure which. Grim?
I believe this one would be
Sorry, just give me a
survival.
second.
Okay.
Couldn't it also
Can
potentially
we
be...
repeat the question, please? Sorry.
For spotting signs of life while traveling, would it be investigation, nature, or survival?
First, you guys are gonna have to make a choice
All right.
because this chasm is not infinite. You guys come.
All right. We eat the Dragonborn first.
You guys come to two large caves, one on the left, one on the right. You guys can examine them for more details, or you guys can just choose one blindly.
Right.
Always go right. Right is right. Any objections?
I don't really care.
Yeah, sure,
That's
right.
fine.
Yes, we live on the dangerous edge, apparently. Let's go left.
Nah, right is right.
Breaking
Yeah, we're
rules
go-
here.
You're outvoted. We're going right.
I turned the ship around. Okay, right is that way now.
But you're not piloting.
Are there
I
any
turned the
serious
pilot
objections?
around.
Are there any serious objections to us going right? Because I know Fishy was about to say something.
What was
I
Fishy
feel
gonna
like just at least one perception check might be a good idea. Just one?
Okay, fine. We can actually investigate it a little bit.
We
What would it
don't
be
need to
look over?
investigate. Just a singular roll.
Well, what would it be to
Honestly,
try and...
no. Just go right. Honestly, yeah, no.
All right, fuck it. We're going right. Gentlemen, we're going to meet God. Which one? I don't know, but we're gonna find one. Oh
Alright.
no, we're gonna get sexually assaulted by dolphins.
Watch as we immediately fuck up this spelljammer.
So you guys are taking the path on the right.
Yep,
Okay.
Yeah.
because we're stupid.
I figure I'm the pilot. I'll just pick.
Well, because the Spelljammer
You have a
is powered by magic and not the flow of the current, you guys can actually see the current float around you guys, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Or to me, it does.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely going with the current, so that's helpful.
Go with the flow, man.
I don't think any of us have a large amount of familiarity with oceans or rivers or anything like that.
Kinda does.
Would it be common enough knowledge that the current tends to go down?
Yes, it would be common knowledge that current flows down.
I'm just asking, because that could be pretty bad, especially in the Underdark.
Oh, relax. It'll be fine.
Okay.
I got it under control. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I trust you implicitly. Like,
I'm gonna look over at Uthix or who's next to me? Olerin is the one helping me. Look
Yeah.
over to him. You realize I don't have any fucking idea what I'm doing, and I've been lucky, right?
Oh, I knew that from the very beginning. I just wanted to see how far we'd get.
Cheerio. Thank you for playing along, good friend.
And to my surprise, we've made it farther than I expected.
Indeed.
Alright. Is there anyone on the outside of the ship right now?
yeah.
If you guys are outside of the ship, you hear the sounds of a dull roar that is very steady.
Aurora?
A roar. It fills
Does
the
it
caves,
sound
it vibrates
like
the
water?
walls.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna take out my sword. I'm gonna kill the monster.
Does it sound like water? Yes, it sounds like water.
Yes.
I think it's fine. Let's just carry on.
Well, you're inside the ship, Olander. I already know that.
Oh. That'll explain my low perception roll.
I think left was the right option after all.
I don't know.
Are you gonna back this thing up? Or what's gonna happen?
Barry is
I mean,
a
we
professional.
can.
He knows what he's doing.
It's either we back up or we go off the edge.
What? You don't like living on the edge?
I mean, we're
I
here. We
said
may as well
off
figure where
the
here
edge.
is first.
Does
Onward
anyone...
to the Dwarven City.
Well, some great points were made. Do you guys want to figure out what the noise is? I think there's already
It'd
some
probably
good
be a good
guesses.
idea.
I believe so.
If we're not being motivated by the current at all and purely by the spells, I see no reason to not investigate further.
I'm gonna give Uthix and Olander both a bardic inspiration before we head out to check out the noise, the growl, whatever the fuck it was. Because you guys are going first, not me.
Well, I can fly out to the edge and see what is happening.
Okay.
One moment. How far are we from the noise at the moment, Grim? Or how
I was
far
to
away
say,
does it sound?
you are
rather?
in a cave. Judging distance may be difficult based on sound alone.
It is all around us. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Is there a roll I could make, or am I just fucked here? Because either one would be understandable. I should have taken the Underdark as one of my areas, but I didn't.
For trying to figure out how far the water is away, you want to make a roll?
Yee.
Well, give me a perception roll, but I'm going to warn you, it's a pretty high DC, just based on the fact that you're trying to calculate distance.
I got nothing.
No.
Well, I'm going to light a torch and continue flying out along the surface of the water. And hopefully I don't have to go 2 miles.
Well, actually, you only have to go about 500 feet. Where you can see that the calm water up to this point just seems to just drop off.
Well, I have discovered something. I'm going to actually change it slightly. I'm going to swim my way out there and then fly a little bit because I can only fly for a minute.
And how fast can you fly?
10 feet and around.
Slow as shit.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
so shit. Is there no one else who can fly? Jesus.
There is, but he hasn't offered it. So.
Are you talking about me?
No, I don't
No, I'm
know.
talking about the one who's usually excited about the fact that he can fly in darkness.
The rat?
No, the other one that can fly in darkness.
Yeah, half the fucking party can fly, but we left it to the slow guy.
What's up?
Because you're
Wait.
the one who just jumped off the edge.
Because you guys didn't do it. You normally do, so I assumed you had a reason for not. So I was going to take care of it. My flight ability
Alright.
is much less valuable.
So you swam out.
Yee.
Now the question is, do you notice before you just go off the edge?
Probably not, because I can't really have a torch lit, but I will notice when I start falling, and then I will begin flying.
Okay, so after about 500 feet, you begin falling.
Ah, well, I'm just going to go ahead and activate Gathered Swarm. Then I will light a torch, and I'm going to drop it and see how long it takes to fall.
I hate that question.
It's a legitimate method used by cave divers to determine distance, except they normally use a glow stick.
Technically speaking, doesn't the torch only go up to like 60 feet of dim light?
So that is the viable light that you can use to see from it. You can see a torch from further away than 60 feet.
Yes.
You can see a torchlight for like 2 miles.
And I'm basically looking for the light, because I'm assuming it'll either hit something near the bottom or hit water and go out. And from there, I can work and figure out about the amount of time it would take, or about
Yeah.
how far down it is.
Very simple. You just use the acceleration of 32 feet per second per second.
And then you just divide by the time. Or multiply by time. Or I can do the math, I can't explain it. Shush.
Math?
Yeah, you can do the math.
I'm just gonna give you the distance in feet. Is that okay?
That works as well.
Okay.
Grim
Grim's
didn't
like,
want
I
to do
got
the math today.
Grim's like, I got to do the math in reverse just so they can do the math.
So it's about 1,000 feet.
Ooh. Well. Don't think we can make that one viable. Well, I'm gonna fly as far as I can away from the water, and then I'm gonna try and swim my way back. Or
All right.
away from the waterfall.
I have a plan.
Does the plan involve us going over the waterfall?
No, the plan involves us turning around and then going right.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I said we can.
Yeah, but that would mean we have to listen to you. And if there's one thing we enjoy more, it's spiting you.
Also, Barry is the experienced pilot.
Somebody over there eating Pop Rocks?
It's a certain kind of rocks.
So
I
you
was
guys-
eating nerds earlier. Nerds candy.
I was gonna ask if you got their consent first, but okay.
Consent doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
We've
Kicked out of
spaced
Boy
the
Scouts
rest.
for eating brownies.
But yeah, I will swim my way back, climb back aboard, and inform them inadvisable to continue on this way. There's about 1,000-foot drop.
We can just turn this bitch around and go the other way, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
That is up to you, my friend. You are the one piloting.
I'm gonna whip a bitch.
And the one time I recommend.
I don't know if you guys have that. I'm sure that's phrasing is fucking universal.
Dexterity check, John, for whipping it around.
What's that?
A
Dex check.
dexterity check for whipping it around.
Oh, sure.
Guidance.
John, that's a wall!
I should have
D4.
declared that I was
Dang it.
pissing at him again when I got back, but I forgot.
Well, I mean, he grinds it a little bit against the wall, but it doesn't feel as bad as it could be. But you do get a
Yeah,
Don't
bro,
worry,
I think I
Captain. We
felt
can bust
something-
that out.
The last time I felt something that tight, never mind. It had to do with the dean's daughter.
You're better off with never mind, John.
Yeah, he wasn't amused either.
Did she get stuck somewhere?
Don't worry about it, Theodore. We'll explain when
Yeah,
you're
we'll leave
older.
it there. We'll leave it there.
Ask your
Wait.
parents.
So we get her turned around, which I like, and then, oh, hang on, never mind. Back to the boat. So I was successful in U-turning it.
Yes, with just slightly grinding it along
Yeah.
the edge of the cave.
Okay. Sorry, guys. That'll leave a mark. I was sending a tweet. And then I'm going to continue forward back to where we came up on the Y. No, that is totally it, Fishy. To where we came to the split and just basically go the way that someone in the party rightfully suggested. Left.
Well, now it's right.
Yeah, we're going right.
Sure. Exactly. Well, exactly. So we were right all along. It's on
Yeah.
the right.
Yeah.
Got it.
All roads lead right eventually.
So how does right all roads lead somewhere?
You
So
know
how
what?
does this trek start to appear to us?
You know what? I'm going to spare myself and everyone else right quick. And they
Uh-oh.
just see me storm off and go off on a fucking tirade.
Anything to avoid admitting that he was correct. Mostly just because it's so goddamn funny when it happens. I mean, come on.
Wait, we're not going down the big hole?
And
no,
one
no.
flying ogre femur.
You can't hear them though.
Yeah, fair.
They can't hear you. You
I
can't
feel
hear
like
them.
I feel like he would see me gesturing and know that I'm saying something sarcastic. Doesn't matter anyway, because I can just duck that shit.
Yeah, I would immediately pull down my pants and begin to masturbate. Out of protest.
It's a bit too far.
Out of protest. If he's gonna
I'm gonna
silence
start-
me.
He's
I'm
not
gonna start
silencing you.
cracking
He
the-
silenced him.
Oh, you fuck.
Anyway,
Silencing himself, which I thought you'd be happy about.
Fair enough.
Okay, better yet. I
He
go
is
to
happy.
Angry Dome.
Okay.
As soon as
So-
you reach for your pants, there's just a staff at your chin with lightning crackling. I will
Don't
electrocute
even think
you.
about it. So we take the right and then we continue forward. And we'll go from there.
well, then the immediate difference you notice is that you're going upriver now, not downriver.
Did it feel any more difficult to traverse or just the same because we're cutting through it?
It feels the same. Just to give you a heads up,
Okay.
though, this would have you guys would be at the 2-hour mark right now
All right.
as you guys begin to make your way upriver.
Now, how this has probably already been answered, but what is the lighting like?
The ship puts off light now that it's powered.
Okay. Is there like a headlight contraption thing that I'm imagining?
Now, if you look at the picture, you guys do have the.
Oh,
it's not
okay.
as bright as in the picture, but it is there. It puts off light about 50 feet in front of the craft.
Okay. I'm gonna have a look at it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's right.
It's
Wow, I'm piloting that thing.
Just in
huh?
case
well, I mean,
I'm
yeah,
not-
of course I'm piloting that thing.
making it clear this thing is not running at 100%, obviously.
Not with me at the helm, it's not.
Can I try and stick a level 3 spell in it?
I can also have some spell slots.
Yeah, I've got a lot too, so I'm gonna put you suggest a third, huh?
Oh, I was gonna put one of my spells in it since I never use the damn things.
Fair enough.
I will stick a level 3 spell slot in. And hope that I do it correctly and don't accidentally just,
Well, it doesn't
turn into a cloud of gas.
seem to grow any brighter or any more lively.
Well, I'll put 2 of them in. Why not? I don't fucking use them. Past that, I'm gonna leave it though.
Okay.
Does 2 spell slots make a difference? Or 2 level 3 spell slots make a difference?
No, it just keeps puttering along like it has been.
Well, good enough for me.
Alright, but you guys are puttering along on this pathway for the next 4 hours. Hold on a second. Let me grab a calculator. Okay. Before you guys see the first thing that's interesting on this tunnel. You guys find what looks like an abandoned dock carved into the stone on the right hand side of the ship.
Are we gonna ram my dock?
Pardon?
What? You don't want to ram right into the dock?
I'm staying
I'm gonna
quiet.
I'm gonna go get a
Are
drink.
we
I'll be back.
going to? So, I apologize. I was taking yeah, I spaced out for a second. We have a dock that we're coming up on. No, we're not going to
Yes.
slam into it. We are going to begin to slow down. Do we see anybody at the dock?
There's no one at the dock now. It looks like it's
Okay.
been abandoned.
Is there enough
Okay.
room to moor it?
Yeah,
Is the
there's
dock-
dock
right word.
alive?
Is the dock alive?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I hope not. It's a mimic dock.
Right.
The entire cave's a mimic.
Oh Jesus.
But there is enough room to moor the ship.
Okay.
You know, the dock's alive.
Now the river does continue past this, just to make sure that's known.
Well, do we want to jump off, look around, or should we continue? I'm fine. I'm more concerned with keeping us alive and moving forward than really the navigational part. What do you guys think?
We could see if this dock is signs of civilization being somewhere around.
How abandoned is the dock?
Oh, there's cobwebs.
Fair to say, we're not gonna find anything.
You guys don't see any buildings or anything. You guys just see past the dock is a large pathway carved into the stone.
Like,
Well, I'm all about all four going to check out the passageway. I mean, if there is civilization or whatnot here, we're closer to there than we would be further down the river, so we should see if maybe there's something here to maybe establish with. We don't necessarily all have to go. If we have a stealthy one, which I believe we do, we could do like or even a small scouting party really quick, something like that. But we should at least for sure check it out.
I would agree with that if we're talking about investigating the dock.
If you don't mind, I'm going to stay with the ship for now. You guys hear telepathically?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. That's fine.
Understandable.
I don't entirely intend to go either. I think I'll hang here and have like a scouting party go check. I have no issue with everybody going. I choose to stay behind.
I just pictured Uthix doing the stealth slink. You just guys hear clink, clink, clink.
Utix isn't wearing armor anymore.
Oh, Uthix doesn't wear armor anymore. Shit.
No.
You don't? I thought you still had your dwarven plate.
Yeah, he.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Just immediately kicks like a metal thing that just cracks down the stairs.
He's just not very good with stealth, apparently. Well, he's
And then says,
plus
"Shh."
3.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Yeah, I forgot Uthix is now natural armor. So who all is going?
Well, given my lack of stealthing abilities, I think I will stay here for now.
Mm. Okay, how about this? Put in chat if you are going.
Good, I'm glad Ben's going. He's one of the ones I wanted to go.
Uthix, are you volunteering or just sticking with people?
Yes.
Got it.
I mean,
Uthix,
we are looking to try and find dwarves.
Yep,
Actually,
it's a good choice.
If we succeed and it's a bunch of random things like a rat, Dragonborn.
it's fair. If you guys run into dwarves, it would be awkward to not have a dwarf. Is Teddy going or staying?
I think Teddy's staying.
Okay.
Oh, good deal. I was wishing I had that. I'm glad that you do.
yeah.
Well, that brings Uthix's stealth roll to what, 17?
Yeah. And his to a 40, so he's fucking disappeared. I'm at 13. I'm doing great.
I gave you a bardic inspiration that you haven't used.
How long do those last,
Oh,
though?
you're right. Oh, that's also
Until you
right.
use it, it's my understanding. Let me check, but I don't believe it expires. I mean, like I would assume it doesn't carry to the next game, but
Well, there should be a timer on it. Check it, John.
yeah. I mean, look, or I'll link it, and then somebody who's a faster reader can also glance through.
Next 10 minutes.
So yeah, those went away already.
Oh,
I was
all right.
thinking it was 15, but 10.
Okay.
Either way, that was before
I
we
will-
sailed back up the water and back
Yeah,
down.
no,
on the
fair
stream.
enough. Yep. Okay, cool. I learned something today, guys. Thank you.
No, I actually thought about that when I rolled a 7. I
Right.
considered it and realized, yeah, no, that won't work.
Well, I can give you another one now.
Unfortunately, I think it wouldn't work because I've already rolled. Let me double check.
Yep.
Yeah, because it had to be within the next 10 minutes, and I've already rolled, so.
Yep, fair enough.
Look,
I'm
Twice
just
the
testing you guys.
13.
I, of course, know all of this
Yep.
stuff.
With the 13, you have beaten Uthix's passive, so he assumes that you're stealthing perfectly anyway.
Unfortunately, I don't beat my passive, so I don't know if I believe that
You're
I'm stealthing
fine.
effectively.
Ironically, if you'd have rolled 1 lower, you'd have matched my passive.
Alright, so you guys are beginning to make your way down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys find a green doorway. Sorry, a green door, more precisely, with runes on it. that is blocking the path.
No, you cannot steal the door.
That's what you think.
It has 3 runes on it. One of them is a tree. One looks like a deer with antlers. And the other one looks sort of like a sun. It's a swirly... Oh, there's a better way to describe this. It's a swirly pattern. There's a circle in the center, and it swirls outwards towards the edge.
Is it magical? I did roll Arcana before asking that preference.
The
Nah.
runes would indicate that it is some sort of magic at play here.
It's the heart of Tafiti.
Fuck off, Chopper.
He's just mad because he knows what I mean.
I'm sad that I know what you mean.
Hold on, who's our worst person at fishing? We need to get them a big ass fish hook. Then they can pull an island out of the ocean because they're just bad at fishing. All right. Well, unfortunately, I don't know if any of us have the capabilities to.
Capability to what, man? I'm a jack of all trades, motherfucker. What do you need done?
I thought you were on the ship.
Who are you,
Oh,
Jack?
I am. Yep, no, good point.
You fucking
But
weirdo.
what are you guys trying to do?
Last time I tried to
can do
knock,
it.
and that didn't end very well. Should I try and knock again?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right. Well, you two stand back. I'm gonna knock. Actually, now that I think about it, this reminds me somewhat of elves. One moment. I'm gonna see if I can't recall anything else about this. I'm gonna roll history with inspiration. See if I can recognize and attach any of the symbols to a culture. Actually, it could be religion. We're gonna go with religion to see if I can identify it as any form of religion. Inspiration. 29. Yeah,
Mm.
this does sound druidic in nature. Did Grim die?
No,
Or
give
is
me
Grim
just a
thinking?
second here.
Okay.
Okay. So some of the tech or the symbols, you can kind of draw a connection to Sylvanas.
Sylvanas. Fuck that bitch.
Not that Sylvanas.
Yeah.
Arthur should have killed her when he had the chance.
He did. He just brought her ass back too. Anyway,
The
before
second time.
not the time for that rant. Anyway, well, it does seem to be attached to both nature and, but not necessarily elves. He's not necessarily an elven deity.
I'm back.
We don't know that anything bad would happen from knocking on it. I don't. Well, Ben, I'll tell you what. You can investigate it for traps, and if you don't find anything, I will knock on it. How's that sound?
It is not trapped.
Well then, if you two wouldn't mind standing a ways back, last time this didn't go so well. Although I suppose I don't necessarily know where Ben is, and I don't know where Uthix is, so I'm just going to assume you're at a safe distance. And I will knock on the door.
When you knock on the door, nothing happens.
That's odd. Usually something happens there. Well, to be frank, we might need to go back and grab our allies. As I don't honestly know what to do here. Unless you guys have ideas. Actually, hold on a moment. I'm going to try and just push the door open, because we never checked if it was even locked.
The door does not open either.
Alright, well, I just wanted to be sure before moving on. Would have been embarrassing to walk away and then come back and it wasn't even fucking locked. Well, I'm going to go back and grab our allies, or at least some of them.
Okay.
I will inform them that we found a large green door, and while I knocked on it, nothing happened, and it does appear to be locked, but we don't know how to get through it. We're not going to melt every door we come across. That was a dire situation. Especially if this is a group that we're seeking to establish trade with, it might not be a great idea to burn down their door. Might put a damper on things a little bit.
I could try opening it.
Again, that really may not be the best decision.
So is the rest of the group going to... Anyone else not going?
Might as well. Someone has to keep you alive to eventually break your head, your ribs, your spirit.
What are you breaking of mine again?
Your head.
Oh, good luck. I'll just change it back.
Nothing of value.
Precisely.
Whoever cast Detect Magic, it is magical.
What type?
Transmutation.
Cool.
And yep, it's a green wooden door with symbols on it of a tree, a deer, and a swirly icon that kind of looks like a sun.
The heart of Tafiti.
Fuck off.
I've established that it could possibly be related to Sylvanas, the god, but other than
Fuck-
that, I've
fuck
not
that
found
bitch.
much.
Do I recognize it at all as like a druid nature guy? Grim? You want me to roll?
The symbols do appear druidic in nature, but they don't seem to have any further meaning either.
Oh, okay.
It's literally a rune of a deer, a tree.
And the heart of Tafiti.
Fuck off. And
Could
so
I
far,
roll any?
one player has tried knocking on the door and nothing happened.
I do suppose that I didn't try licking the door. I could try that, but I don't think it would work much better.
It's not a window, it's not going to work.
Listen, I have gotten in quite a few places by licking the door and just causing people to be bothered. It's not the most effective method, but it will work occasionally.
Is there anything I can roll to see if I understand it better? Or we just going with the plan B, which is me and Uthix roll athletics, pull the door off.
I don't know. Maybe you guys should interact with it, play with it, try to figure it out.
Uh, I mean,
Uthix will poke the heart of Tafiti.
It lights up. It glows soft gold like a sun.
Uthix will poke it again.
It stops lighting up.
Uthix repeatedly pokes it to turn it on and off.
I'm gonna smack Uthix's hand with the staff. Just cut that out. Well, I have an idea. This might be some kind of puzzle. We
Are
might
you
have
even
to
back
select
yet?
the right one. Yes. Somebody already casted Detect Magic on it.
yeah.
He could have done that while you were away, though. You went to go get the
Yeah.
others.
That's implying you would stop by the time I got back and not just keep doing it because you're easily amused.
Okay, that's fair.
I have an idea.
Like 10 minutes, who thinks it's just bright light, no light, bright light, no light, bright light.
Caveman
I just-
discovers light switch.
What's your idea, Theodore?
The light grows the trees, and then the plants, and then the deer eat plants.
That's not a bad idea. That would make sense.
The heart of
Uthix-
Tafiti created life.
Well, Uthix, since you seem to have a fascination with pressing the buttons, why don't you go ahead and try it in the order that Theodore suggested?
Okay, heart of Tafiti creates plants. Animals eat plants.
Alright, the door slowly opens.
Well done, Theodore.
Hooray!
To be honest, I never would have guessed that they were buttons. Suppose I just didn't knock on the right part.
There's a joke on one of the r/D&Ds that whenever you make D&D puzzles, you should look up puzzles for 3-year-olds.
And it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how basic the idea of having a room filled with water is?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't get much simpler, but still, you guys never finished one of those puzzles.
Just Door Squad going hard. What was it? Door Squad
It's
at it
not
again.
entirely relevant to the situation, but
However, what athletics roll would it have taken?
One second.
50 ish. I mean, it's a magically reinforced door.
We're both magically reinforced.
Sorry, I just got back. What would the roll? What would the athletics have to have been?
Like 50.
I know
With
somebody
inspiration, guidance, and bardic inspiration, I could do it.
Okay.
You got a bardic inspiration for shizzle.
I'm assuming it's 50 combined.
You guys could work at it together, yes. Make fine.
Okay.
Combine DC.
Well, it's open now, so let's not go about trying to break anything else down.
But is the door
As amusing as it would be.
Once the doors open, you guys see a very thick green fog that doesn't appear to move.
We should probably very carefully investigate that to determine whether it's poisonous. So I will be right back. I want to walk into the fog.
He's gonna go lick it.
I was about to roll a con save.
You feel like the air is very moist and heavy.
Gross.
Do you continue to walk forward?
Am I having any difficulty breathing?
No, it just feels like it's
I-
severely humid.
Well, I will walk a few more feet forward.
You see light.
Well, would you all like me to keep going on my own, or would you like to accompany me? I'm fine either way. It seems safe up to this point, and there is a light
What's
in the distance.
300 feet ahead of us?
What's 300 feet ahead of you?
Yes, 300 feet of dark vision.
This would count as obscurement. Dark vision won't see through it.
So is this actual darkness or mist?
It's a green heavy fog.
Oh, that wasn't my idea.
I've never been one for caution. I'm gonna go.
Well, I'm just going to carry on my way then.
Alright, after feels like walking maybe 10 or 15 feet, you are at the top of a very large tree looking out. You've kind of walked out of like a hole in the tree. There's a broken off branch below you that's probably about 30 feet wide. And you just see green and this massive, massive forest in front of you.
We appear to have wandered into the
Oh.
Feywild. If I had to guess, I'd say the Feywilds, but honestly, I'm not sure. But we're definitely not where we started.
Grim,
What?
how familiar is this?
Very familiar.
Cool. Guys, I found my home. Ugh. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna go down as fast as I can. I'm
The
excited.
ground is like 200 feet away.
I'm gonna
I
just
mean, I'm gonna
grab
try.
him before he goes to jump. Just that do not
What?
not jump.
You know what? Go for it.
It's
Well,
like
Go
it's
for it.
just terminal velocity. Don't worry about it.
There are
Okay.
better ways down, and while I'm certain you'd survive the fall, it would be particularly unpleasant. Let's
Oh,
wait.
please, you survive the fall. You jump first.
I've survived higher.
Typically head first.
John survived higher.
Yeah, I'm surviving higher right now, baby.
You guys have discovered as a player, so already figured out, you guys have discovered a portal to the Feywilds.
I figured it was either the Feywilds or we just found somewhere else on the planet, which I'm not sure which it would be at this point. I could believe it would be either.
If this is the Feywilds, I believe it would just be best to turn back.
Huh?
I ain't having this.
No, the forest is fine. It's not that dangerous.
I ain't dealing with. The problem's dealing with the one.
It's fine. I mean, you look like one of those little guys that always bothers me. About the same size.
You goddamn fairy.
We wouldn't be wrong.
Did you just not have your wings removed?
He's,
You know- Jump. Jump off that tree. I'm
Don't mind.
Okay.
Spelljammer.
Don't mind him. He's a halfling. Quite a strange one, to be honest, but
He's half a person?
more or less.
You guys can, as a group, turn around. You don't have to go in, per se.
Well, we will mark this down for later. I would suggest
Mhm.
we do not venture much farther. We do have a separate goal in mind. But I'm certain that the Bard will want us to return here eventually as well, so don't worry, Teddy.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I am desperately trying to find my ibuprofen.
Ketamine.
Sorry, the reason I disappeared earlier is because I felt like my head was getting hit by a hammer.
Sorry, I got hungry.
Stop hammer time.
Ymir?
Maybe it was Cameron trying to put his nutsack in your eye like he's always talking about.
No, I only did that to Quaid.
Oh, okay.
Excuse you, nutsack.
Guys, I will be right back while you decide on if you're turning around or jumping.
Okay.
I encourage the party to jump and turn away myself.
Well, we
Now,
can.
have you guys come back and got everybody with a party, so are we all back together now?
Yeah, you guys would just have to pass through the mist, which we've established is non-dangerous. But the Feywilds would be an interesting area to explore, which we could do that. Well, we could do it necessarily now. There's not really anything preventing us from going there other than the obligation to the... Well, not really obligation, but our deciding to help the Gith.
Grim.
We didn't have one of them with us. I would say I'd be fine with putting that on the back burner, but the fact that we have one on the ship waiting for us,
Oh yeah.
maybe
Yeah, that-
maybe not back burner it just yet.
Yeah. But I do think the Feywilds might be interesting to explore later, and our druid seems to have some form of attachment to it as well.
Completely agree. I really want to explore it. I just think it's a rabbit hole at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. We're not coming out of there for a few years.
You can meet my dad.
Daddy?
Papa.
Oh, then you can ask your parents about all the jokes that he makes. Let them explain it to you. I'm not going to.
Huh?
Don't worry about it, Theodore.
Okay. My dad's a bear.
Well, I had assumed as much.
Yeah. So you probably had two dads.
No,
Shut up,
just the
Chopper.
one.
Oh my god. I'm back, guys.
Yeah, you came back at a great moment, Grim.
No, I could hear everything.
And just like that, we lost our DM.
I mean, I'm fine with jumping down.
I mean, we could just ask
Ask.
the gift, because like there were like the what was it, the Eldrazi here. Or was
That
it-
is true. We could attempt to move the Gith to the Feywilds. It would be much more sustainable for them. But they also seem determined to stay right where they are.
Why don't we just grab him?
We could
Kidnapping
see.
has worked in the past.
No,
we could see what the cat on the ship thinks. I mean, they did send him for a particular reason,
Also
right?
true.
Although he wouldn't necessarily be able to speak for the populace, he would be able to tell you if the populace would even be interested in it, because he knows the populace better than we do. So let's see what he thinks of the Feywild. Maybe check it out for a week or something with him. Say, hey, why don't we check it out here? See if he can make this spot work for you.
I don't see
Still.
why not.
It's an idea, and then we kind of get to do both. We get to help Homeboy, and then we also get to explore the Feywild, which we want to do, or I want to do anyway. Look at the stoner being a problem solver.
Don't know why you added sulfur to the end of that.
What was the dude's name again?
I don't think we were ever given a name for him.
I've been calling him Homeboy.
Goblin Man.
I refer to him as Sir, but that's how I refer to most people.
We seem to have a recurring problem where we do not ask people's name.
You
Well,
guys
To
don't.
be honest, it's kind of a thing of growing up as a changeling that I grew back into the habit of.
Is it Shakespeare that said that names don't matter or something? What's in a name?
I think so. But I tread on that carefully because I don't want to go into the meaning of Shakespeare's.
Totally fair. Totally fair. Another bad rabbit hole.
Wait, no one ever asked his name, as far as I can remember.
We didn't. So what is his name?
The question is, would we understand his name?
That's or be able to pronounce it.
1d4 psychic damage is his name.
I like it.
Well, he is back on the ship. He did not leave the ship until you guys are done with your
Something tells
scouting.
me he's anxious.
Does he just sort of like float there?
Well, I'll walk back and get him.
Oh, wonderful. You have something to show me.
I do.
Well, lead the
I
way.
do. I shall. And I'm going to lead the way. And I meet back up with the group. And we have a druid with us, don't we?
Hi.
Druids are familiar with the Fae, if I remember correctly.
I was raised in this forest. This is my home.
You lead.
Okay.
He is
We are
intimately
hoping
familiar.
we're hoping to make a really good impression of the place on Homeboy, and get him and all of his people a place, a more suitable place to live.
Grim,
Yes.
is there a feasible way down? Because I'm assuming most people can't jump.
I happen to know a guy.
Swan
You
dive.
guys are looking at a nook that has a broken branch that's 30 feet wide in front of you.
Okay.
Appropriate
I
way
had to
down.
slow fell my ass the last time.
I don't think that's going to be an option for all the people.
How many people can you slow fall, Kaida? Because I can fly down.
Swan
As long as
dive.
it's not longer
I'm
than a
talking
minute.
about a town.
Well, that's a Grim. I can jump down and then fly slightly from there.
Say, we still have a helm of teleportation, right?
It's very specifically talking about how the townsfolk will get down here eventually.
You know what? May I?
I think so. To answer your question, Ortho.
By the way,
Okay.
it is very green and bright here.
Because we eventually do need to go back and either harvest that ancient dragon turtle or reset
Oh Jesus!
the
Or write it
wall.
off. Right.
Yep. It's what in here? What did the gift say?
It's very green and bright.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I'm gonna start leading them down the branches because, yeah,
May I?
sure.
Go ahead, sir.
All right. Technically, you guys all get saves for this if you guys can choose to fail the save if you'd like.
What?
Does anyone not want to automatically fail the save?
I'll fail. I have no reason not to trust him.
Yeah, I'll fail it.
Oh yeah, no. I'm down. If this van's rocking, don't knock.
What are we saving against?
Well, he just said, "May I?"
don't
and
know.
then I asked everyone if they'd like to fail. It's going to be a wisdom save. I believe. Or it
He
could
would
be an
succeed
athletics
past
save.
it if he wanted to.
Well, the entire party begins to slowly float into the air. As he begins to float down with everyone else floating around him.
Immediately upside down.
Immediately upside down. Teddy just takes his time to cartwheel.
Usually have to smoke to get the sensation.
After a couple minutes, everyone is safely near the ground. As he waves his hand and you guys just fall the last couple feet. Teddy, were you right side up at this point? There's no save. It's just the question is, did you think to return to feet down? Well, there is no save, but Teddy, you would have caught yourself, I suppose.
Teddy was upside down at the time that he dropped the spell.
Thunk.
You guys are all safely on the ground.
Okay.
This is
Uh,
very interesting.
why-
I've never seen anything like these structures.
Well, that's because those would be trees.
I've read
This
about
is-
trees.
This
Because
is
he's barely seen anything at all.
Don't
This
they
is
fall
the
and kill
Feywild.
people? No, they just stand there and do nothing.
This is the Feywild. It's a much more exaggerated version of the world outside. We could, in theory, move your people here. It is very sustainable and not an unpleasant place to live, to be honest.
I can give you guys a tour.
Hi, we have a native.
Indeed.
If you're a native, is it safe?
There's a what?
Is it safe?
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Should I roll for it?
History,
Nature?
I suppose? Nature? Yeah, nature would work. There are parts that are safe and there are parts that are not safe.
I mean,
But
there's
you're pretty sure the area here is safe.
yeah. There's a couple things you gotta be careful of, but like they normally have established territories, and then there's dangerous zones that are like basically you get stuck in time. But like yeah, no, normally there's just like fun places that aren't bad and have a lot of food. I'm immediate like that is the first thing I'm pointing out to everyone is what is edible and what is not.
Understandable.
And a very liberal form of what the word is edible means.
Yeah, you see this plant here? The fruits are edible and delicious. But be careful because it will try to eat you.
Writing everything down as fast as I can in one of my little notebooks.
This bark tastes good. What was it? Oh yeah, these little like insects, they taste really good. The juice, you gotta find the juicy ones.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Just yeah.
Coat it in chocolate or deep fry it, and you can eat just about anything.
Huh?
You said,
You
coat
can
it in chocolate or deep fry it, and you can eat just about anybody.
Yep. Local guy just got arrested for cannibalism. So, what's next?
I mean, it is very lovely, but I don't know if my people would. Could we even find enough food? I mean, it's a big town. And then where would we put everyone? You said these aren't structures; these are trees.
You could build structures. Again, it would be a gradual process, but for the time being, we can secure your food here for the move.
Also, I've built a little house before.
Hmm. Do you mind if I try something?
Go right ahead.
Pick picks up a handful of dirt. This is the technique we use to carve our stone houses, but I'm kind of curious if it'll work on these trees. As he lets the dirt fly and it begins to eat away, it just starts spinning in a little cloud and begins to eat away at the side of the tree. Yeah, that does seem to work.
Well, I would suggest you be careful, as you don't want to topple the trees, but
Also, be careful because some of the trees will get angry at you.
yes.
The trees will get angry at us.
Yeah,
How do we know if it's going to be an angry tree or not?
they'll tell you.
They'll tell us.
Yeah.
Can
You
I-
poke 'em and find out.
Can I talk to the trees?
Actually, yes. I don't know where they would be, but there is a group known as Ents.
I knew a dwarf that liked to talk to trees.
You could actually ally with the Ents, and it might bring you
I
great
spoke with the tree. He said, "Ow."
Yeah. Just trees. Yeah, trees can talk. Yeah.
I have a suggestion.
What is it, good sir?
Let's say we looked at this, keep it consideration, continue down the river for a bit. Nothing says that you have to go with the first place you look at. I don't know if this place is gonna entirely suit your exactly what it is that you're looking for and your needs. I don't know. But I think that it might be premature to stop looking.
I agree with you. But this does look like a wonderful place. But there may be a better place just down the river.
Okay.
Well,
Let's carry
Barry,
on.
let's go.
Sorry, I had a text come in. It feels like everybody's waiting on me to make a decision.
Nope.
No, we're waiting on you to drive the boat.
Is anyone going to
Let's-
make a... He's going to
let's
float
go.
everyone up. Does anyone want to
Oh.
make the... Anyone want to force it, like, to roll the save versus it?
Wait till you're halfway, then make the save.
No, nope, not gonna.
If everyone
Not gonna
chooses to
fight it.
fail it, then he begins to float everyone back up to the top. I'm glad you guys aren't any heavier. This is getting very close to what I can lift.
Hmm.
He drops everyone back on the branch.
What do you lift to make your brain be able to lift things?
Teddy's like, how do I work this muscle out?
Well, I started with small pebbles and trinkets.
Okay.
Now I can lift large boulders or people or... I mean...
Intensely staring at as many pebbles as I can see.
It takes a few years to master.
Back to the boat.
Alright, so everyone makes their way back to the boat.
Teddy's just sitting there with veins popping out of his forehead as he stares as hard as he can.
No, you should hold the rock. Hold the pebble in your hand and focus on it to make it float. Just roll athletics.
Threw a pebble.
Uthix walks over to the nearest boulder and is like, "You see how long it takes you to lift that? I'll see how long it takes me to lift this."
I'm just gonna reply to our Gith Yankee friend and just. I think teaching them psionics might be a waste of time.
No, but it
I'm a
could be fun.
psychic now.
As Uthix realizes he's still lifting the boulder but hanging from it.
I cannot argue. It
Or
might be
unless he
fun.
doesn't hold on, in which that case it just lifts above his head. Just out of reach.
Do you know how much of a grip Uthix has on this rock to be able to lift it?
Uthix floats up with the rock.
Like, given Uthix's strength, he doesn't hang from the rock. Like, his arms stay there.
Just locked in position with the boulder.
Uh-huh.
Does he realize his feet have left the ground?
He realizes the rock got a lot lighter. Hi, I'm getting better at this than I thought. Wait a minute.
Slowly set the boulder down.
Suddenly, this rock feels like it weighs as much as I do.
I think I need to lie down.
We tend to have that
Understandable.
effect on people.
I do like that response, though. It might be a waste of time to teach them psionics, but it would be entertaining.
Shall we continue on? Like I said, I'm going to find a spot to rest.
Absolutely, we'll continue. Yeah, that's
The
fine.
boulder
If anything interesting comes up, we can wake you.
The boulder was a little heavy.
I'm gonna close the door behind us. Deer tree, sun.
Githra's eye finds a corner to float in, and he just kind of closes his eyes and takes up a meditation position.
Are we able to close the door?
You try to close the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, the door closes.
Cool.
And the runes all lose their color.
Oh. The runes all lose the color?
Yeah, they stop glowing.
Oh, okay.
As Ben is like still standing by the door, still stealthed, he's like, "Whoa."
Ben locked behind the door.
No, he was standing on the outside watching Uthix flash the lights and just kind of got put into a daze and was just watching it.
So has he just been standing there the whole time? Did he even go through?
No, he has no clue what just happened.
That does not surprise me at all.
He's like, "Oh, the lights stopped. Oh, hey, where'd the lights go?" Instead, he just hears the shadows speaking to him.
Ben found his god.
Praise the shiny thing!
The rest
As
of
Ben proceeds to
shiny-
try and take the door. Just come with me.
Sleight of hand of the door.
I'll do it.
It wouldn't be the first time we've stolen a door. Or the second.
32, Grim, give me the door.
You can't steal the door.
But it's a magic door.
But he
It's a
got a
magic-
32.
It is a
Feel
magic
like
door, but no, you can't steal it with a 32 in sleight of hand.
Serious question.
What's the serious question, Chopper?
Does the door lead to the Feywild, or is the door a portal to the Feywild? If we take the door with us, does the portal come with us?
That's an interesting question.
It's honestly news to me that this was not a normal forest, so I'm gonna be real with you. I do not know.
Does somebody want to roll if the door or the tunnel that's... I mean, just...
What would it? What would the roll be? I will.
Probably
Arcana?
Arcana. Yeah.
Door is definitely
Fuck if
magic.
I know.
Door's
Let me
magic.
give it a shot.
Door's magic. Door is
I had
magic.
rolled really good on Arcana earlier, and it seems to just not be able to happen now.
How does
It's
Ben
almost
have
like Kaida knows a thing or two about magic.
I wonder how Ben has a 7 though.
You guys gave me something. Gave me something for intelligence, so I could look for traps better.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. The door creates a portal to the Feywild.
Alright, so if we take the door, we take the portal.
Don't we need the door frame?
Alright, we take the door frame. Ben gets to keep his shiny door.
It's happening again.
All right.
You guys are gonna need more than just athletics to rip the door out. You guys are gonna need tools to cut it out.
Who's got stone cutters?
Alright, Uthix, after an hour you are able to with the whole time with terrible music played, you are able
I need
to
tools.
remove the door frame from the stone, revealing behind the door that it is a dead end.
Well, I can't wait to open up the door now and discover that the magic is broken by removing it.
No. What's Teddy's reaction?
What was it? Sun, tree, deer, and I'm gonna stick my head in.
No. What's your reaction to seeing the door move and then just seeing a dead end right behind it?
Oh.
I could see Teddy being confused because he doesn't understand that it's a different dimension. It's like, wait, what? Didn't this go somewhere?
Honestly, the whole thing of just it being in a cave is fucking mind-blowing enough for him. He's just happy he knows where his home is. So, like,
It's not in the cave anymore.
he's not sleeping for a couple days. Like, he has a lot to question.
But Teddy did bring up important things, although he just you guys test the door again.
Yes.
Alright, it lights up, and when the door is opened, you can see the tunnel with the green mist. When you look at it from one side, on the other side it looks like the door is still closed.
Alright, we got another door.
How do we walk when it's flat?
Like when the
What?
door's laying flat on the ground?
No. How do we walk when it's flat? How do we go forward when it's flat?
My brain just broke.
You walk through the door.
But, like, it's flat.
Where you couldn't open it?
No, it's flat. How is it? How can we walk forward if it's flat? Teddy's gonna have an existential crisis.
Uthix sets the door down, opens it, and tells Teddy to step in. This is entirely because he wants to see Teddy's reaction as down suddenly shifts as he's taking a step.
You know, this
Jumping?
does.
You set it flat on the ground.
Yes.
Teddy's going to jump.
So Teddy jumps in through the door, starts to go through the mist, and then falls on his ass. Kind of scoots a little forward, and he's just starts to see the light like before.
Yeah, this does raise a valid question, however. Well, not really a question, but a point to be made is now we don't have to worry about bringing all of the people to the door.
Yeah,
That is
that's
true.
part of the reason I was considering this is because now we can take the door to the people.
Well, it was a valid idea. Not sure about the execution, but
This is
Listen.
both genius and asinine at the same time.
The whole reason we stole this door, took this door.
Now here's the reason. I told you we aren't stealing any more doors. Why are we still stealing doors?
Because
well,
flashy
spite
light.
you, obviously.
But it's flat.
As he
Teddy.
Don't worry about it, Teddy.
Pokes his head out of the door. It's flat.
just staring off into space.
Oh, Night Mother Nyx, help me.
Could you imagine that? The two different forces of gravity pressing on your body, the one pressing your head down and the other one pressing your body, like, forward?
It would be trippy.
Yeah. You'd be like,
I have another question.
Oh, fuck. Night Mother Nyx, please let this fucking chaos end.
Dave, do you want to go in there?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna walk
want
into the
this to
door and then
stay-
close it behind me.
On the ship.
Okay.
And Uthix, can you carry it?
Yeah.
Cool. Nothing happens to me once I close the door?
No.
Cool. We got people storage.
It is literally an interdimensional portal. You are in a different dimension right now.
People storage.
Luckily, you do see a door on the inside with the same runes.
Wait. Teddy's gonna be confused. He's like, did I grow up inside a door?
Teddy doesn't know how he got to the other plane to begin with. So.
Like, poor Teddy.
I want to be
He's
clear,
just-
like, the way I got here to begin with was just walking straight and just came out of the Feywilds. Like, I don't know what happened. I just sort of walked and stumbled into a different dimension. Like, it's not news to me that this was special. So, like, it's weird. This is like, yeah. Anyways.
Poor Teddy.
It is flat though. So I want to go kill something.
I need a picture diagram to understand what you mean by it's flat.
It's flat. Okay, I'll draw it. I'll draw it out.
Okay.
Did we break Quaid's brain? Because I got
That-
there eventually.
Cameron,
to
you're
what he
muted.
means.
That implies that it was intact in the first place.
Fair enough.
Like, he means when it's laying on its back, right?
I assume he means that the door is just flat, as in, like, on a vertical plane, it's flat. There's nothing behind it.
Yeah, it's flat. How can we move forward?
It's a very long story, Teddy Bear. It takes to a new dimension. I keep calling him Teddy Bear because of the fucking dog, Theodore. God damn it! Why did you have to
Right.
name yourself after my dog?
Why'd you have to name your dog after me? I'm 20 years old.
Yeah, the character's not.
Ugh. Yeah. Just so you know, I drew a Teddy type drawing where I misspelled door in its front. Its door equals flat.
Where did you even draw it? I don't see it.
I didn't show you guys yet.
Oh.
He's like, I didn't show you guys yet.
Okay.
It's just-
Is he really drawing this? It's flat.
I'm drawing it out. I'm doing the math, okay?
Up to the math. Okay.
Monkey, I see your text to me, bud. If you have to dip early, you have to dip early. And if you're worried about missing something, these are online on YouTube.
Okay, I appreciate
At this
it.
rate, you're not going to be missing much. We're dumb as shit.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Adios then.
See ya, man.
Have
Yeah, we're
fun.
gonna deal with the door for probably another hour.
Make sure you
You're
steal
fine,
it for
man.
me.
Honestly, I don't know how much longer I can go on for. My head is throbbing.
Alright,
It's
I'll talk to you
not the
tomorrow
party's
then.
fault. I came into this with a headache.
Sure.
It's okay. It's starting wasn't the party's fault. The fact that it's gotten significantly worse. Well, who knows?
Well, I'll be honest. My interest started to wane, and I started to get kind of bored when we were taking the door and whatnot.
I mean, we
Oh,
can
no.
always
We're
drive
gonna
now.
continue a little further. I'm still good.
You don't enjoy stealing doors?
No,
It's like
but that's okay. No,
it's
but
like
I mean,
half of what
that's
this party
okay.
does.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's okay.
Like that's all this party does is steal doors.
Okay.
I like me
We
a good
stole
You
door.
guys have stolen
A talking
another
door. We
door.
stole.
Are you guys going to well, just to clarify, there was no issue with Uthix carrying the door. It's not that heavy. And you are able to fit it through the tunnel just fine. And get it onto the ship just fine. There's no issues that arise for that, okay? Just to clarify. I assumed Uthix carried it back.
Yeah.
Alright. Now you guys going to continue on down the river.
There's Teddy's work.
God.
Blurry.
Oh god.
Door equals
Oh
flat.
God.
Okay, I actually understand that.
Door equals flat. How?
About what I fucking expected.
That is a
I gotta wonder about the
really
camera.
low resolution image.
I'm sorry.
God.
It doesn't. My camera does not like to focus.
Oh God.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
alright. So about how
I
much
clicked-
longer are we going to be dealing with the
I
door
clicked open
situation?
original. Original's worse.
We are done. You guys have already stolen the door, and I've asked if you guys are ready to continue, or is there anything else you want to do at this location?
Can I roll a perception for another door?
No,
kidding?
I think it's time that we go to the next day.
Teddy's
Wanna
like, can I find another door?
I'd almost wager if we're going to keep stealing doors, I'd rather say, hey, Grim, you just want to call it a game tonight. Since you got that bad headache and we already got one person down.
Rest of the game, we steal all the doors.
Oh god.
How many doors does the Spelljammer have?
Okay.
Let's go.
None.
Now, hold on, guys. I have an end goal. There is a door that leads to the far realms where Cthulhu is from.
Okay. Grim.
It's time to plan the ultimate heist.
You do realize that that door is but an inch tall and an inch wide, right?
There's another one. There's multiple of them. There's a big one
Okay.
somewhere.
Okay.
We gotta find it.
John, can you please roll me dexterity?
Know what, Grim?
No. No. John.
Yeah, John's rolling decks so that we can
Alright.
move on to the next area.
See if he can pilot you guys out of here, okay?
Yeah.
John, are you still there?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm really stoned and really spacing out on this goddamn drawing that fucking Fishy did.
You're
Damn
welcome.
it. Fishy, you broke the stoner.
My mind is an enigma.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you asked me a question, it went over my fucking head.
I was asking you
Yes.
to roll dexterity so you can pilot.
Oh
them
yeah.
out of the
Sorry,
dock.
man. Hang on. You
I
want to
think the
check?
bullet-
Check, please.
I'm getting
Does
better
that
at
mean-
this.
Does that mean we get to charge the DM?
Charge the DM.
Yeah, you said check, please.
Oh, I should be charging you guys.
$4.95. Here
Right.
you go.
Honestly,
you're
this way
right.
probably, but
You're psychiatric, Bill.
You guys either pay
What
for
did he
my
order?
therapy.
Oh, he
Add it-
ordered the
add-
special.
How'd I
Change my
bargain
order
with
to
an
this too.
18? Right?
Spaceballs. So you guys continue back on now up the river. And honestly, it's uneventful for the next 2 hours.
I'm checking all of the doors. But yeah,
I'm going to go fishing over the side of the boat and see if I can catch anything.
Teddy's just walking around the
Roll
spell jammer, poking
something.
every door. Like, does this one light up?
opening and closing them.
Well, we normally do survival for
Unreal Survivor.
soon as my character sheet loads. I had to change it.
Fish
Bonk.
knowledge. Fish knowledge. Okay.
So you catch a fish.
Gwym.
What?
Freshwater or saltwater?
Fresh water, but with no light, so this thing has to be fucking weird looking.
Okay. So you're probably
Or
going to be
cave.
dealing with what would essentially be a. You could probably catch like. It would probably be a giant salamander, actually.
Works for me. You caught a giant salamander.
Well, to be honest, I'm not comfortable eating an axolotl. I'm going to leave it here for now.
It's
Bye,
not.
little friend.
Does not look like an axolotl at all.
Does it look edible?
I'll show you
Is-
it.
Is there meat on it?
You can keep going, but yeah, I'll show you an image.
Just a giant salamander. Go and share a picture, Fishy.
There.
That's what
Things
you
are like-
caught.
They're about.
Oh,
like
I don't want to
3.
eat him. He looks cute. I'm going to toss him back.
What you talking about? That's our lunch. That was our lunch.
We have rations.
Never did
That
like
was
radishes.
my
A
lunch. I don't
druid,
feed
for
you. You
fuck's
have your
sake.
own
We
ration.
can get good berries on about, yeah. If he's cute. Don't
Never
you?
did like radishes anyway.
Don't you go on and on about having create food and water. Why do you need me to feed you?
I think I'm too tired.
Carrying on.
By that he means his brain doesn't function.
IRL and in game.
My brain is not functioning tonight. I'm just trying to hold it together for you guys.
And work's gonna be needing me here in a little bit, so probably just best if I jump right now. Do apologize, but
Oh, it's just, you gotta go, you gotta go.
yeah, I am sorry about having to jump off early this time, but fuckers keep calling me, cut back my hours. Yeah, you can't have that many. Shit, we need you, we need you. Make up your damn minds.
Sounds like fast food.
Yeah.
You're expecting management to function?
Hey. No.
You have high hopes.
Here's the sad part. I'm not management. Only management gets called in like this. I'm still in orange.
Well,
I've been
Piece
there
of
for
fruit?
that
you made a
long.
critical mistake. You were too useful. If you are too good at your job, they will punish you by making only you ever do that job.
Listen. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Chopper's like,
That's
you know,
about
that sounds right.
Yeah. Sounds about right. See y'all's around.
See you, Orthos.
See, man.
So we're like keeping the door though.
Your guys are keeping
Yeah.
the door, yes.
Like I mean, even after we get the Gith in there, like we're keeping the door.
Did you think we're going to be able to pry that door away from Benny?
Big shiny. I'm convinced that he's not a rat folk. He's a goddamn raccoon folk.
I'm just a mini dragon folk.
He's just a very hairy kobold.
Fucking going to town, collecting gold.
Like from now on, if we need to know where Benny is, just look for the flashing light.
No, it doesn't work for me. I don't think it does.
Have you tried it?
No, I'm going to now.
It works for you.
Poke the door.
It works for anybody. It took figuring out what order to press the buttons in and or the runes technically, and honestly, it was
Yep, just look for the flashing light as he pokes the door repeatedly.
Fishy, you need to post another flat fuck, but wait until after midnight.
Oh, flat fuck
Yes.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
You now have another image of a flat fuck though. Giant salamander.
Fucking love
those
well, guys, we are down to. This would be really fucking short for us.
Yeah, but we're down 2, and you sound like you're still ready to die.
I'm working
Yeah, this
on
would
it.
be one of those moments where it's. Sometimes it is necessary to call the session earlier.
Well, it was fine a couple hours ago. It's just something hit me. I hope I'm not getting
I
sick
wonder what-
because, like, on the 23rd, I gotta be fucking driving several hours.
I wonder what could have suddenly changed about 2 hours ago.
I don't know. I haven't the foggiest.
Why do you got to drive for several hours on the 23rd?
Oh, my sister is stopping by, and we're all going up to see my uncle and some family members.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which
You
I
have my
haven't,
condolences.
haven't seen my uncle in a while. Haven't seen my sister's new baby yet. I'm glad I'm not riding in the same car as the baby. Good luck, Chopper.
Ugh.
I'm glad I'm in a separate vehicle from my sister's mom. Once again, good luck, Chopper.
You really just
I
left
still
him
don't
with all the
remember.
fun.
I still don't remember what she looks like.
Well, you will. You will on the 23rd.
Probably not. I guess she said hi to me a couple of times. I didn't notice.
Well, she definitely recognizes you because you look like the spitting image of our father. It's hard not to notice you. Alright. Well, guys, we're going to stop early. Next week, you guys will figure out what the next thing down the tunnel is, which you guys will be arriving at as soon as we start the session.
And
Hold on.
I, unfortunately, will be probably at most I'll be a half hour late next Thursday.
Okay. Thanks for letting us know, John.
I gotta go and do that fingerprinting appointment that I missed last week or whenever it was.
Oh, okay.
Burn down the building.
Pretty much, man.
Whatever weed would help.
Dick Cotton Toaster.
Does that help for headaches, John?
What help? Hang on, what?
I said, does weed help for severe headaches?
It can, yeah. Yeah. Be careful. Because it can also create one on the back side of it.
This is all on the front side.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? When you've worked your way through the high and you're starting to sober up from it,
Oh, lovely.
it can, and not necessarily will, but it can trigger a headache. Some people get headaches after they smoke, but it definitely will help. There's a lot of people that use it for migraines.
Well, I'm gonna eat, and then I'll be back on in a bit, guys. And...
Yeah, I would definitely eat. It's going to be your best, not your best, but one of your best bets.
There's always next week. By the way, Chopper, the game does look interesting. Are you actually digging through the ground right now?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was voxel based in the fact that you could dig holes or not.
Yeah.
Cool. Can you build a base underground?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You can upgrade those mining pools so that it mines a bigger area.
Wonder how that works with the server being filled with people.
That might be why it struggles with optimization at times.
No, it doesn't have a whole lot of issues. It's your machine that'll have issues.
Fair enough.
Alright guys, I'll be back after a bit.
There actually are settings to choose how many threads you want to devote to it.
Oh, good.
Because it has to do the voxel calculations and all that. But no, part of the reason it can handle the multiplayer is because of that whole server deal.
Ah, yes, you told us about that.
Yeah, the system where multiple servers can work together on a single world.
Yeah. Alright, I will be back after a bit. Talk to you guys.
All right, man.
Whoever's still around. Later.